Connections. People are probably still running in and getting on their way. You probably... Okay, great, we're getting there. And then I just need to hit like go live in some places. I wonder what that is. Ah, okay. Alright, so we're hoping that things start getting live here, start going live, and start getting connected in different places. So it just takes me a few minutes to get all connected. For some reason, not connected to YouTube yet. Let me take a look here. It's on. It's just streaming. Okay. Click on this then. So welcome. I'm glad you're all here. We're just setting up the broadcast. So please, please be patient with me. I'm doing the technology jump through, jumping through different technology forms. Technology forms. Okay. Let's try this again. Copy. Go into here. Trying to make it go live in the thing. It's not exactly doing that for some reason. So that's what I just added. Okay. So, like in the event page, so people can see it. There it goes. There we go. We got it. And do I have to hit go live? Clearly not. I like to get this all set up first, so I can be aware of what's going on in the group, and how things are happening. Okay, great. So let me just tell you a little bit how it works. Is that as people, hopefully more people come, otherwise I guess it will be an interesting night. I've done this on a Friday night before. I guess people aren't into showing up for free readings on a Friday night or something. I think it would be a busy night. maybe not for most of the people that would come for a reading. What I usually do is I let Spirit dictate the readings that are coming through. In other words, I let the Spirit dictate what's going to happen there. Okay, so that would mean that I would go to. So I would start channeling, and Spirit's gonna, dictate what matches with you. I don't usually pick people. As things start to match for you, what you should do is raise your hand, and let me know that it's matching, so that I can then focus in on you and hopefully get more accurate. Okay. And because sometimes it's a little hard to separate the spirits. Spirits sometimes can come through in clumps, or I don't know, there's a different word people often use for it. I can't think of what that is right now. But words. What are those? So you know, that's pretty much how it works. Is you know, that I'll just sort of say what it is. Okay. Um, and then for some reason it's not live in the group, so I'm just gonna make it live in the group. Give people a link. Oh. All right. And what I usually find is that spirit ends up giving us some sort of idea and definitely helps us like bring through different types of energies like fathers or um, mothers or children or high vibrating souls or okay, so they usually have something in common: suicides, drug overdoses, la la la. Okay, so and but all of those things. I'm currently echoing to myself, so please give me a minute.
This is you. That's not me.
Okay.
You're over there.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why the other people got a picture.
You don't.
No. I don't have a picture on my thing.
So you
You
can't print anything then.
What do you mean?
Like when she says something, you press.
Oh, look, you go to the other room, see.
Trying to figure out where I'm coming through at.
Where are
Okay.
you?
Okay. At least I'm not echoing to myself. Hi, Susan. The reason you don't have an image is because it's your profile picture. So you would
It's
need
what?
to add it. It's your profile picture for Zoom.
Okay.
And and you also need to turn your video on. Otherwise I won't be able to see you. I won't be able to see
Okay.
you. It's hard for me to do blind readings like that where you see the
Is there a video on that one
person.
too? Eh? More?
I can't add a picture because I don't have one.
It's not.
But you can just turn your video on. You don't really need a profile picture if you don't.
Start video here? No?
Where is it? Oh,
Mine's on the end.
I'm not too good with this.
I don't know.
I guess there's somebody there helping you, Susan, because I
No.
think I hear two voices.
My sister, yeah.
That's
Okay.
Karen.
So
You have
currently
no
what's
picture?
happening is that you've broadcasted to the entire group and everybody is currently watching and waiting for you to get it. So instead, what we would like to do is
Okay.
mute you. I'm going to push mute, but you can easily unmute yourself later on. Hopefully your sister Karen can help you. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So, I just like to be polite and not just like mute people and so okay. So I think we got that far. Now maybe I can quickly set up the live in the group. Why it won't let me go live in the group soon? Facebook, why do you make things so damn difficult? I wish they controlled their spammers as much as they made it hard for us us good users. You know that? I'm just gonna say, Facebook has a lot of users, and they spend a lot of time making it hard for us. And I think that's annoying. So yeah, cool. I'm gonna add this to our channel as people start to come in. I'm glad people are coming in because it's not really much fun with like 4 people. All right. See how it works. That should be live in the group. There we go. Facebook made this like incredibly hard. To a point that like I have to sit here and go back and go back and go back and go back to make sure it's done correctly. So it's a little on the frustrating side. And hopefully I can keep up with people's questions if they're on the live, but I probably won't. So I'm just gonna say that if you're looking at this as a live on one of my pages or in the group, I'm gonna strongly suggest that you follow the link that's in the post, get registered, and come into Zoom so that I can do a reading for you. I can't do a reading while you're commenting on it. Okay. Everybody just hear that really loud noise? Go like this if you heard that noise. No, I'm the only one that heard it. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, is there a link to join the Zoom? A whole bunch of people are saying that. It is in the description. It is in the look at events for Divine Androgyne. I'm not sure where Alex Hoyt is coming from or Kelly Kitchling. Let's see if I can respond to you guys. Put you a quick link here. Kara G heard it. Kara G, you heard that? Does everybody know how to raise their hands? Everybody in Zoom know how to raise their hands in Zoom. Otherwise, people are gonna start going like this. And I'm like, I can't, especially when the group gets to be like 50 people. Good job, Bree. Bree's like, I'm over here exampling for y'all. Does everybody know how to raise their hand? Check out Bree and Sydney. They are exampling for you. If you don't not sure how to do that, at the bottom of the screen, there might be a button that says more, or that says, looks like Lori knows how to raise her hand, or raise hand, or something like that. That's pretty much how you raise your hand. That's it right there. I'm gonna try to join us here. There we go. Trying to give people more of the Zoom link. And try to copy that. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is what I was hoping would happen. People would say, oh, we're live. Oh. And a whole bunch of people are gonna come jumping in. And that's pretty much how it should work. Yeah, looks like it's showing up in the variety of places. Yeah, there we go. So many places I can't keep up with all the places. Okay, friends. So hopefully you are hanging out with us, and hopefully you followed the link in the description or in the event. Hopefully you can join us on Zoom, because it's very hard for me to do a reading for you if you are watching me live on my page or something like that. Okay. Just I have no connection to you other than through all the interwebs. Okay. So I put it in the comments. Hopefully people are finding it. Okay. So welcome everybody. Now we're getting somewhere. Now people are starting to show up. And I'm glad you're all here. Definitely what a big group. Welcome. So now Sydney and Bree, thanks for, see how they have their hand up? You see how they have their hand up like that? That's how you let me know that things are matching when I start channeling. When I start channeling after my invocation for my guides, it is very important that you put your hand up, because I can't chase you down in the group. And if things start matching for someone else, but they don't match for you, but they were matching for you, but now I've already done this reading for someone else and they match with them. That doesn't mean I'm not channeling your spirit too, because spirits come in groups. They usually have things in common, like, insert thing here. Okay. They were strong spirits. They were fathers. They they committed suicide. They took drugs. Whatever it was, they have those things in common and they're coming through. So if I do a reading for Sydney, that doesn't mean that Allison should put her hand down. Don't do that, because then I have to come chase you down because I have your spirit on the line and I'm not sure where the person just went. I know there were two people with their hand up and I have to focus in on one person at a
How do you
time.
put your hand up?
Okay, good question, Jean. At the bottom, you're probably using your phone. It looks like you're using your phone. So at the bottom, you want to push more and you want to choose raise hand.
Oh.
It should say raise hand.
Okay, I see. Got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you're using a computer, it should say at the bottom, raise hand or more, and then raise hand. Okay. So, so important. And just keep your hand up. Just keep your hand up until I get to you. Okay. And now
Okay.
if nothing matches and you raise your hand, I'm going to come to you and say, what match? And then you're going to go, oh, nothing. I just wanted a reading. I'm going to be like, okay, but spirit didn't bring your spirit through at this time. It could be because your loved one wants a private reading, or I'm not the person that your loved one wants to come through. Okay. Or it's not a good moment for some reason, or you're not meant to get it in. Usually 99% of the time, if you keep coming to group things and you haven't had a private reading and you keep coming to group things and you're not getting a reading, it's because your spirit is like, I am not putting my personal shit out in front of all of those people. Are you crazy? Okay. So if you can hear your loved one saying that, don't be surprised if they don't come through. Okay. I have some magic tea that my spouse made me. Okay. So I'm glad we're here. I'm glad that we're all together. And I just want to take a few minutes to breathe. Just kind of just be here, be present, be here and now. Hey, Sydney, thanks for modeling how to put your hand up. Can you now put it down? I don't know. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. All right. Try to keep yourselves on mute, because like if I'm listening to your kids watch or your kids run through, or your kids whatever, I'm probably going to be disrupted. Okay. And so, and if anyone in here is willing to help people understand what's happening over in the chat, please help them understand. Okay. I don't really have anyone to help right now. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. So my spirit, I'm going to honor my spirit guides. I'm going to honor my spirit guides, and then I'm going to start calling in whatever spirits want to come through for free readings today. I just have to be comfortable for a minute. That was a lot. That was a lot of tech that I just did. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna thank the technology vibes, all the vibrations. I want to thank the vibrations of the internet, bringing us all together here in this here and now. I want to thank electricity and Uranus and all of Mercury and all of the parts that make this work. Thank you to the internet. Thank you to being online. Thank you to AI and everything that makes this possible, all the technology. Thank you to Aquarius. I appreciate you. Thank you to the spirit of the web. I call upon my spirit guides in the here and now. I call upon them to come here and be with me in this here and now, to help bring through the spirits that are meant to speak through in this moment, in this next hour or so as we do these readings. Bring through whatever spirits need to be heard in this here and now, in this situation, in this time. Help me to understand, communicate, and interpret what messages you're sending me. Help me to be as accurate as possible. Help me to offer the best reading possible in this here and now. Help my intuition understand who the reading is supposed to be for, and help me make great matches. Help me to communicate with everyone in the group and help them know if they need a private reading or if they need to connect with a different reader. Thank you for helping us keep this as clean and as positive as possible. Please block the Zoom bombers as much as possible, or at least let me see them so I'm ready to boot them out immediately. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, for helping us keep this clean and intended for exactly what it's for. And thank you. Okay. So, Stephanie Painter, can I see you? So, thanks, Tracy, for helping Stephanie. Thank you. All right. So you can book directly. I have all sorts of readings, not just mediumship. I do a very special my website's in the chat. I do a very special death reading. I speak in astrology a lot because I'm an astrologer. So I do a special death reading, which is where I use astrology to read and understand the death of your loved one. Okay, I'm the only person in the world I think that does it. There might be somebody else, but I haven't found them yet. And it's a very special reading. Profound. It's different. It's nothing like you. It's nothing like what I'm about to do. Okay. It's more about understanding the bigger picture. That's astrology. It helps you understand the bigger picture of life and your path going forward. I don't know why Spirit wanted me to talk about that first, but that is different than what I'm doing now. Of course, I'm gonna get mothers, right? Aren't we like a couple days out from Mother's Day? So I'm gonna get mothers first, okay? Feels like somebody's mom. This is your mom. Okay. She's saying in life that she was she came across as religious. She was kind of spiritual, but she was more religious, or at least appeared to be very religious. She had to go down the religious, she's calling it a rabbit hole. I'm not sure it was a complete, like, I'm not sure she would have spoken that way when she was alive, but as a spirit, she is. So she's essentially saying, I had to go down the, so your mom was probably religious, okay? She would have been judgy to me right now. In fact, that's how religious she was. She would have been like, who is this they, them, queer person There's only male and female. Okay, that would have been her attitude when she was alive. She had a lot of lifetime stress. She'd been through a lot of crap. She also was probably pretty stressed when she passed. It feels like her whole life was pretty stressful. That's probably why she got caught up in Christianity. So she was religious. And the only religion that really hates me is queer people. Is Christianity. Okay. Ding dong. So if any of those things match, please raise your hand. For sure, she passed from something more like a stroke or something electricity in your brain. So a stroke sometimes can kind of feel all over the body. It also could be related to the heart. So no one's lost a mother that was religious that died of something related to the heart or stroke. Okay. Maybe they were in here and left. Huh. Okay. She has another mother that's similar, although she thinks she wasn't she was religious, but she wasn't as strong in. She has warmth all over the body, so it almost feels like something that over the body. Could even be like cancer or something though. So I keep hearing cancer. So I'm not sure who that is. But feels like a mother image, grandmother, mother. Whew. Actually, I have like 3 or 4 mothers here. There's another mother with heart problems. It's pretty intense too. Whew. Like I can't. Pretty heavy chested feeling. Okay. We're not doing good on the mother vibration today, are we? No one's matching with any mothers or grandmothers. No one. Okay. That's weird. Sydney, does something match for you? Do you know how to unmute yourself?
Okay, but I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I don't want you to see me. I look awful. Yes, my mom passed with cancer.
Oh, so your mom has the all over feeling.
Yeah, she died of cancer and she had dementia.
Yeah, okay. She have a hard time eating. Just had a
No,
hard, like before she passed. Sorry, before she passed.
no, actually she got the rally, so she was chowing down, to be honest with you, up to almost the end of nonverbal.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. She's saying that she had an issue with food. Did she overeat?
Well, I would say the last few days, I couldn't believe how much she was eating. Yeah, it was really weird. I've never seen that. She ate like a few days and stopped eating Saturday morning, had a banana and didn't, and then she went downhill and passed on that Monday. But she was eating a lot. Everything she loved, though.
Mm-hmm. She's making a reference to food, so the fact that she's even making a reference to food to me is weird. But then also, and it wasn't like a reference like you make my favorite dish or something like that. It's more like a reference like there was a thing about food before I died, and that's why I just assumed that it was because she didn't eat.
Well,
And so
no,
now,
she never liked to cook, and all of her food were easy peasy. Trust me, ice cream, Twinkies, everything. Yeah, all the
so
good
she
stuff.
did have a food problem
Eh, Yeah, but she was
in her
still.
life.
Yeah, but she was still small. She was very tiny, though. Believe it or
That has
not.
nothing. That has nothing to do with it, actually. When you're big, it's not just the eating problem.
Right.
By the way, that
Well,
actually has more to do with your gut bacteria than it does with how much food you're eating. That's been
okay,
proven by science. Yeah,
just
that's a
saying.
bullshit. That's a bullshit thing that a lot of our culture believes that if you eat too much, you're fat. But that's not exactly true. That's not true.
Interesting.
Go check
Yeah.
out Oprah Winfrey. She's been screaming about it for the last 6 months. So that's not true. Um so the truth is that some people are big and they don't eat a lot at all. And so
Correct.
and so and some people eat a lot and they're skinny little things.
And that
And we
is all
don't know why. And it doesn't make any damn sense, right? And we're like, what? What's happening? And so that's why the science has proven that it actually has more to do with gut bacteria. So more to do with metabolism and gut bacteria. So when we fat shame people, we're actually in bad karma. Do that.
I hope I didn't. You're not implying that if I hope
Nope.
it didn't cross.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm saying it out loud.
oh, okay.
I'm taking the opportunity to be a fat activist, to
Oh,
be a
well,
big person activist, to be able to say just because you're big doesn't mean that you eat too much or that you're not enough or any of that other bullshit messages that our culture likes to put on people. That is
correct.
not true. That is incorrect. And in fact, your mom likes that I'm doing that because your mom, she's saying that she was kind of an activist about let people be themselves.
Hmm.
Um, she wanted everyone to be able to be themselves and be fully in themselves. She didn't want people to, uh, she hated when people shamed people for stuff. She didn't
Hmm.
like that. Like fat shaming, but also like color or being LGBTQ or anything like that. She was actually she believed that everyone should love each other. You should just love one another type of deal. Is that true?
Yeah, it is true.
Mhm. So she loves that I'm saying that I'm using her as an example. She's like she's like I didn't have good eating habits. I was
Oh no,
terrible.
she was terrible. Caramels, Twinkies. I mean, no, she was. Yeah, she loved all her sweets and all that kind of stuff.
She's also saying it was probably the cause of her cancer, like because she ate all that sugar and crappy food, and we all know that bad diet can lead to things like cancer.
Hmm.
Yep. So she's so anyway, let's see what she has for you. She's actually quite sweet, actually. She said in her dementia she wasn't too combative or angry. She was actually very pleasant.
She was.
What I call those types agreeable.
Hmm.
Or they're just like, let's go jump off a bridge. And they're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not that you would say that, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like they
No, I
pretty
get
much
it.
disagree.
Right. No, exactly.
Yeah. Not everybody is combative in dementia.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so she was pleasant before she passed. This also allowed for some healing, huh? Between the two of you? You're saying this allowed for healing between the two of you because she wasn't always the perfect mom.
Now I
You
can't
healed
talk.
yourself. Okay.
Now you're making, no, just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, you can just say yes if you want.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, thanks.
So she's apologizing for all the things that she ever did wrong. She's not quite sure she quite got that apology over in the dementia fog, but she definitely loved you just the way you were, and she always wanted you to be yourself. Proud of you now. She loves you. She's with you. She says that she appreciates how much you honor her, even though she wasn't always perfect.
Yes,
Thank you for honoring her, including in her funeral, her death, celebration of life thing, that whole thing.
thank you. Yes,
She gives you a big, huge hug, and holds you in huge love, in a huge bubble of love, and she wants you to know that she's with you all the time, and that the signs that you see are real. I don't know, like what you said, you might be dismissing some of those signs, like you're not sure, like maybe, type of thing. And when they're coming up, she wants you to know that they're real. Okay.
okay, thank you. Yeah, I've seen things. I haven't seen it for a while. I don't think I'm being dismissive, but I've been, kind of questioning because I did see the signs.
So the best thing to do when you see a sign, this goes for anyone, when you see a sign, even if you're not sure, just thank the spirit that you think it's from. And if you don't know who it is, you can just say, thank you very much to my guide, whoever said that, whoever did that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay,
If you
thanks.
don't recognize, if you're not, so the thing about gratitude is if you're not grateful for things, they don't, they don't keep happening.
I see.
They stop happening. Because you have to be grateful for them. So when good things happen in your life and you want more of that, say thank you out loud.
Okay.
Find a way to be grateful. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I think she's showing me a fireplace. Is this still your mom?
She had a fireplace in her home. Yes. That's so weird that you said, yes, she did.
Do you still have access to her home?
Yes, I do.
So what I would suggest that you do is you write whatever you need to let go with your mom.
Uh,
And read it in front of a fire in that fireplace if you can, and then burn it.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. That'll help you heal, and your mom will be there with you when you do that.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. I think she's trying to move me onto a different mom. She wants everybody to have a chance, she's saying.
That would be her. So I'm gonna unmute. I'm gonna mute myself because that would be my
Good.
mom. I want other people to have the opportunity. Thank you so.
Sure. She's
Okay,
funny. She's funny. Yeah, okay.
thank you.
This is another woman coming through. She feels like a mother, grandmother type. This woman, okay, I'm just gonna say what's so. In other words, she's not um, exactly um, she's not exactly a like blood, but she definitely took care of you as a mother type. She was supportive. She was there. Could be a grandmother. Um, or aunt or something like that, but it's definitely in relation to someone that took care of you. A lot of life stresses. So you must have had a lot of life stresses, and she also did, and as a result, she kind of was a bit of a caregiver. So it's kind of like, Allison, do these things match for you? You can unmute yourself.
So far, yes, not related. She took care of me. We both have had health challenges.
Challenge, yeah, stress. It feels like stress.
Okay.
Yeah. Who has an animal, Allison? Who has an animal?
I did.
Okay, is it a dog or something? It
Yes.
could be a cat. Okay. I wish I could put your hand up, but can you put your hand up and leave it up so that you stay at the top of my screen?
Totally. There it is.
Yeah, thank you. That way you stay at the top of my screen.
Okay.
So I can... Susan, we gotta mute you. Okay. If you could, if you can you put yourself on video, that's great.
Yes.
My mic's on.
Hey, Susan. Susan, we have to keep you muted. You keep unmuting yourself, and I keep remuting you because it's echoing back and making everybody's ears burn. Okay. Just please don't do that. Thank you. And she took care of you, and just a supportive person. She's saying, passed. It almost feels a little hippie like. Like, was she kind of like connected to like gardens, nature, animals?
Yep.
And she almost has an old hippie vibe. She gives me a little bit of the chills when I say that. Like, she's not ashamed of that. Like, she's like, yeah, it's a little different. She tended to adopt people, especially stray animals. Um, so she's saying something about stray animals. Did you adopt a stray animal, or did she adopt who adopted stray animals? I don't feel like I have it quite right.
Yeah, I know. Mine wasn't necessarily stray, and it was before the internet. So I rescued her from a puppy mill. You know,
That's pretty darn important
unknowingly,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And she would hire homeless people to do her yard work. She would just always,
Strays.
yeah.
Okay. So that's what the strays are. It's not about the animals, it's about the stray people. Okay. My mama Karen used to do a very similar thing, and my mama Karen is the one that's interpreting. She also adopted me in a very similar fashion and with a similar vibration. So that's why she's interpreting for me. But she would call even homeless people and kids, and she used to say she'd collect stray kids. So yeah, so that's what she's okay. Okay. She taught you some interesting things, interesting topics. Must have helped you open up more, like open your mind, I guess. That's a good way to say it. Like, did she introduce you to unusual topics like astrology or
Yes.
magic, Egyptian?
Oh gosh, all of it. All of it. She introduced me to spirituality and just she lived such a fascinating life and shared that with me, and plants, animals, cooking, you name it. Just everything.
Just everything. Wow.
created such a beautiful world around herself and shared that with others that would listen.
Okay. She's like, okay, that's enough of my private business. That's enough of my private business. She believes you. That's what she said. Because usually validation is given from the spirit to you so that you believe that I'm connected to them. That's
Yeah.
what she said. She's like, she's not that hard headed.
No.
She's kind of funny. I love people like this. Okay. She's kind of funny because she's like, no, she's not. Okay, so let's see what she's gonna say.
Yeah.
So what's your okay? Who's Lisa? Tina. Lisa Tina. Do you know who that is? Tina. Do you know
Mm.
who that is? Okay.
Mm.
All
No.
right. She's trying to help me with names. She wants to help me with names. She thinks that I'm such a great medium that I should be able to get names. That's what she's telling me. Okay.
What kind of name?
I don't usually get names. I just it's hard for me to remember your name right now. And I just don't always get them. But she thinks that I'm a good enough medium that I should get names. So that's why I asked.
Oh,
And so she's like, she's trying to say a name to me, but I'm not sure what the name is. So that's why I'm okay. All right. Is something kind of going on in your life kind of intensely in a way, Allison? Like,
always.
really? Is there something intensely happening in your life right now?
In
It's like
comparison to the rest of my life, I guess not.
no. Does it feel intense right now? Is there something going on?
Not really. In comparison to to the rest of the things that can go on in my life.
Well, she's saying something about relationship. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, she's aware of that. I know.
Oh, okay. So that's what she wants to make reference to, a relationship.
Yeah.
She's showing me a single candle burning really bright.
Hmm.
So I don't really know if she's trying to say you're okay single or if you need to burn your candle bright. Like you need to step into your power. Usually a burning candle means like being in your power or following your own light type of deal.
Hmm.
Like you know the right thing to do.
I do. I do. And it's standing my ground. And yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm pretty sure that's what she wants you to do. She wants to give you that validation. I think that's what she's saying. And she wants to validate you in that. Okay.
Yeah.
She said your headache will lift. So that's headaches usually refer to stress.
Mhm.
Um so maybe following that, following what you know is the right thing to do, standing your ground.
Mhm.
Um maybe that's what you need to do. Okay. So if you need a validation, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's with you though, and she's holding you all the time. Like she's like, I'm with you all the time. I don't know if you bothered to communicate with her or talk to her, but she's pretty much your spirit guides, just so you know. Blood means nothing on the other side. It's all about soul connection. Okay. So if you had someone that was blood and you're never connected to them, you're probably not connected to them. So, like, probably just not happening. They might be in your soul circle, but they're probably, they're probably a little bit more distant than somebody like this, Allison, even though she wasn't your blood.
Yeah.
Okay? It's all about soul connection. It's all about being with you. How old are you? Are you in your 40s or 50, like somewhere in there? Are you entering perimenopause?
Oh,
Just-
I'm past it.
Okay, so
I'll be
she's saying, so I don't know if you remember her teaching you about maiden mother crone. Do you know what that is?
I do.
Okay, so she's saying, no, now there's a new phase because we live longer, so you're not crone, you are now queen or sovereign.
I love
She
it.
wants me to put a crown on your head. Okay, so that's queen or sovereignty, which is the extra phase now. Since we now live older, we don't go right into cronehood when we go through menopause. We actually move into. Okay. So she doesn't want you to think of yourself as a crone. She wants you to think of yourself as a queen.
Okay.
I don't know. She's honoring your journey. Did you go through that journey? Is it a big deal? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really hard and it doesn't seem to let up.
I know all about that.
Yeah,
I'm right here with you on that. Okay. 10 years in,
yeah,
heart surgery and the whole 9 yards. I freaking get it.
yeah.
Okay. Like if uh if 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 there was I can't even imagine what people went through before natural bioidentical HRT. I just can't even imagine.
Oh, I know.
I'm on bio HRT. HRT is good for you. Don't believe the hype, the old news that it gives you cancer or whatever. That's bullshit. Okay. So don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. Okay. That's not true. What's actually true is that it's actually healthier for you and you can um prevent all kinds of diseases and heart attacks and things like that if you take HRT, and bioidentical HRT is just that much safer. Okay, and very effective, just as effective as the other. Whatever suits you. Okay. I don't know why she wants me to say that, but I think there's somebody else in here, Allison, that needed to hear that. Okay. and, and if you're on the menopause, you're on that journey, I'm just gonna say, may all of your ancestral women be with you in the here and now as you walk that path. May they hold your hand, and may you walk in peace and in steadiness, and may you achieve full queendom, sovereignty, or in my case, divine androgyny, fully and completely. Okay? It is a sacred journey.
Mhm.
It is preparing you for something bigger. Okay? Don't let it make you bitter. Don't get lost in the bottle. Somebody else needs to hear that, Allison. She's your stand-in mama. That's what I call them. Stand-in mamas. They're people. They're people that stand in for our absent mothers, and they stand in and do things that our mothers could have done or didn't do. And as a result, I call them stand-in moms. And stand-in moms are priceless. They are just. I'm just gonna say they are priceless. So if you find yourself being a stand-in mom for someone, don't ever underestimate the power that that is. It is a powerful stand. Allison, your stand-in mom is preaching. She wants me to preach.
She's preaching.
She wants me to preach. She's like,
Oh.
yeah, preach.
Yeah, good for her.
She's like, no, I want you to preach. You got good wisdom. Preach. Like that. Like she's like trying to push me forward. She must have been one of those people that kind of push you. Like if she knew you could do something, I'd be
Yeah.
like, go ahead, do it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna make a YouTube video with my preaching on there, okay? And the atmosphere standing mom, it's chill out. Right now I'm doing readings, but I will do my preaching on YouTube videos in the very near future. I'm working on it. Okay. All right. She has another stand-in mom with her. Sam, is this your? Do you have a stand-in mom?
Do I?
Do you have a stand-in mom, Sam?
I have a few, but just when you were describing her at first, um, she was a caretaker for my sister and I. It was my aunt and the animals. She did dog shows. Um, and the Egyptian really kind of resonated with me because she was so interested in that books, artifacts all over her house.
Isis. Isis. Do you know who Isis? Do you know them? Do you know the
Yes.
Egyptians? Okay, yeah. Okay, so she's showing me Isis and Thor. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I got your aunt. She said that she's proud of you because you're starting to fill your bucket list. Are you doing things like to fill your bucket list, like things you always wanted to do? Because she didn't get to do all of hers.
Um, I'm kind of stuck right now. I don't know. I don't know.
She wants you to, even if you can just do little ones, to try to do them. Okay? Because I feel like she didn't get to hers for some reason.
No, she had, if it is her, she was a nurse. But she also had like really bad arthritis to where just on the shots and everything for it, I mean, her hands just would, um, so I
But
don't
she
think
said she didn't get to Egypt. She didn't get to.
yeah. And she loved to travel. She traveled everywhere for the dog shows.
She's saying prioritize the things that you dream of. Because she didn't, please learn from her. Okay? She loves you. She totally loved you and your sister. She's with you. She says this is gonna pass. Your health thing, whatever's happening with you right now. Um, it's gonna pass. Okay? She's saying it's gonna pass. It will. She's not saying that you're gonna be like perfect someday. She's just saying that the part that's really hard right now, whatever treatments or whatever is going on, you're gonna like have surgery or treatment or something like that or something.
I have surgery on the 16th.
You're gonna be okay. She'll be with you. Okay? She'll be with you. You're gonna go through that surgery, and on the other side you're gonna get a little bit better. Okay? And then she wants you to prioritize your bucket list. Okay?
Okay.
She says there's little things. Don't you travel or something? She's saying that there's little things in the country that you want to do in this country, like national parks or something. Is there bucket
Yeah,
things on the list?
we live in a camper and travel around to different states. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she's saying like there's like some places that you want to go in the country. So
Yeah, like just the beauty. I just want to see the beautiful mountains and ocean
I
and
I was about to say Highway 1, over there on the West Coast. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's very loving and kind. She just wants you to know that she'll be with you for that surgery, okay? That's all she wanted to tell you. She'll be with you for that. You're gonna be
thank you.
okay. Okay, Sam? You're gonna be okay. She's got
Thank
you.
you.
So she's like, I got you. Like that. Okay. Literally, that's what she's saying. Okay. I got you.
Thank you.
Okay. Gonna be okay, Sam. You're welcome. So we can have a different person now. This person feels like they're juggling a lot of kids. Um, so when they were alive, they must have had a bunch of kids. So I'm not 100% sure if the mother though. No, I think it's funny because she's like gender schmender. Okay, so I think she might have been a woman when she was alive, but maybe she was a little on the butch side or something. Okay, but she has a bunch of kids, a lot of kids. She's literally juggling. So this could be your grandmother, mother, or great grandmother that had a lot of kids. Okay, I'd like to try to count them. And she lived in a time of inequality. Okay, so she is older. So she's older. So this would be an older grandmother or great grandmother. She lived in a time of great inequality for men and women. She was not forced, but because of the circumstances, she had a lot of kids. Would not exactly have been her choice, but she did it anyway. So like in other words, you know, before birth control, before when husbands had the say of how many kids we had, when things were out of balance in a way. Okay, so this would be a great grandmother or grandmother or something like that. Okay, could be a couple generations back. So she's definitely old. She's showing me an older generation that was alive during the time of inequality for men and women. Not that it's equal now, but we're closer than we were then. Okay, she's showing me great inequality. She's showing me her really, really small and the man really, really big. Okay, so that's how they show me inequality. She's calling herself, she said, you may not think she's kind of butch, but she was more of like a farm woman. She lived on a farm, she lived on land, she wasn't afraid to, poop some poop or farm type of situation. Um, get her hands dirty. Okay. Wasn't afraid to get her hands dirty. You do know about her. Okay. And she's very sweet. She's very sweet to you anyway. She's saying that you knew of her or about her. You may not have known her personally, or she died when you were very young, or something like that. By the way, we don't have to know our ancestors for them to be near us. I don't know why some people believe that. It's so weird. So, when people are related to you or in your soul circle, they're near you, whether you met them in life or not. Okay. Uh, so nobody knows who this grandparent is. Okay. Maybe I'll just move on. She's kind of funny. She's saying figures. Okay, go ahead, Stephanie. Is this match for you? You gotta unmute you, sweetie. There you go. Say it again. No. Say it again. No.
I'm not quite sure. My paternal grandmother, my paternal great grandmother had 13 or 14 children. My grandmother, my paternal grandmother, had 12 or 13 siblings. I don't know if they were 13 together or if she had 13 siblings. But I never met her. I met my mom's grandma when I was, however many months old or year old, but I never met my dad's grandmother. So I'm not sure, you know, and all I know was that my great grandfather was a builder in Frankfurt. So I don't know, the farm thing doesn't match, but I know there were a lot of children, you know.
Did she live on a piece of land where she wasn't afraid to get dirty?
I don't know. I don't know
'Cause she
anything
said
about her. I don't know
Oh,
anything
okay.
about her.
She's saying that the farm is not really, when I said farm, it wasn't really accurate. What she's saying is that she just gets dirty. That's why I tried to correct it, but I didn't.
I would not know. I would not know.
Okay, so you wouldn't know if she lived like on a piece of land and maybe had a garden or something like that. Okay. Feels like she wasn't afraid to get dirty. Okay. Did she live during a fairly stressful time, like a war or some big war going
Yes,
on?
yes.
Okay, that's what she's
World War
telling me.
One, definitely. And possibly she must have still been alive during World War Two. The two wars, because my grandmother was born in 1911. So, you know, World War One, and then came World War Two.
Yeah, she's saying it was super stressful times. Super stressful.
Yeah.
Wasn't she's like, it wasn't really a great time to have a lot of kids, like
No,
financially. Like
no, no, I know. I know.
ah, but she's very empowering. She wants to empower you.
Thank
Do you have a
you.
daughter as well?
I have 3 sons.
You have 3 sons.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do they have children?
My youngest one has 1 son.
Okay, so I'm right about that. Okay. So what she's trying to say is that she's going to be reborn. She gets to come back in a less stressful time, but still might be a little bit stressful, but in a little bit different way. She gets to come back and she's going to be, I'm pretty sure she's going to be one of your granddaughters.
Oh, thank you.
So she said you'll know it because you'll get the chills when you hold the child in your hands. You'll know it. When you hold her, you'll be like, this is my great grandmother or great great grandmother or whatever. Okay. Like whatever the greats are, however many greats there are there. Okay. You're going to know, you're going to like feel it in she says you're intuitive. You have a little bit of some psychic sense about things sometimes. And she's like, you're going to feel it, especially when it comes to your kids. You're going to feel it. And this little one is going to come through. And she says that the things that she'll be carrying through is mostly just a little bit of that trauma from stressful times. But she'll have a resilient bone for it. Okay. So she'll be able to like kind of move through it in a really good way. Okay. So just so you know, when you have your granddaughter and you're holding her in your arms, it will be very clear to you. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Stephanie. Allison does the grandmother with lots of kids.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I think there were 9. One did not survive. I know that I don't know if it was a farm, but excuse me, a piece of land, more in a, not non-urban. I can never say rural, more of a rural area. And I just know I might have met her when I was a baby, or she met me more or less. And I just know that, it was a rough life and she was dirty. I don't know much about her, but she wasn't fancy. She didn't,
Yeah,
she
not fancy,
yeah.
not pretty dresses, not. She's kind of almost butch. I mean, for old fashioned, what I would call old fashioned butch.
Yeah,
Which,
I kind of see that in her pictures too.
okay. Yeah. Because she told me when I asked her, If she was a woman, she said gender schmender. So that's her soul saying that. So
Yeah.
sometimes souls say that, and that's the indication that they didn't follow gender roles when they were here on Earth. Okay.
Interesting.
So that's usually, and sometimes they'll tell me that they were trans, if they were here on Earth, if they were, but, but she's not. Okay. Didn't say that. She just said she was kind of butch. Strong-willed. She says most of her pictures are kind of serious, huh? So you could tell she was going through a lot of stress in the time.
Mhm.
She said she actually wasn't always that way, but most of her pictures.
Yeah, I finally found one of her smiling, but it
Okay.
took a long time.
Okay. Yeah. She's saying she wasn't most picture. What do you call that when someone's like really good at getting their picture taken?
Photogenic.
Yeah, she wasn't very photogenic. She's saying. Photographs were kind of new to her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was kind of poor, so I'm not even sure she had her own camera. I'm not even sure how she got her pictures taken. It doesn't feel like she was super. Feels like somebody gifted them to her or something like that. She knew a person with a camera type of deal. Okay, cameras were kind of new. They were this new thing. Okay, she's with you though. She wants you to know that. She will also be reborn. Man, these great grandmas, man, they want to come through and say they've been reborn. Okay, that's a new one for me. They sometimes will come in and say they're going to be reborn, but I don't usually get them in this setting. But okay, usually I get it in private reading. Guess it doesn't matter. She'll be reborn, not to you. Do you have siblings?
I do.
Feels like a sibling's grandchild. Sorry, I was trying to think of how to say it correctly. Like a sibling. Do your siblings have children?
Yes. My twin has one child and my older sister has two. And they're definitely at that age now that they could be having kids themselves.
I'm pretty sure she has to come to your older sister.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
She has some work to do with your older sister.
Interesting.
Sometimes it's interesting how if you ever wondered, grandchildren and grandparents are often doing old generational trauma together. They're healing it usually because they're far enough away from each other that they can work on and heal things together. So if you ever wondered about your relationship with your grandparents or your great grandparents, oftentimes the children and the grandparent are healing things together. They're very special. So it's a very special type of relationship. It doesn't mean that it will be rocky or hard or whatever. It just means that they'll be healing some sort of generational trauma that runs in your family. Okay. Feels like your older sister struggles with it a lot. So, okay. She
So
doesn't really know how to
my
manage it.
both my sisters have had kids already. And I don't think that it's possible for them to have any more kids. So this, but
It would be your older sister's grandchild.
got it. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
So
think
that
my
means
niece,
one of her kids would have a baby.
yeah, she just got engaged. So it's going to be next.
Oh, it won't be too long now. Now you know why you're getting the message now.
Yeah.
So it won't be too long. It won't be too long.
Okay.
And you can still connect with her on the other side, but it will be an imprint of her, okay? You'll know it when you hold the child in your arms, just like Stephanie. Okay?
Okay. Thank
So
you.
when you hold the child, you'll feel it. And it won't necessarily be a girl. Okay?
Thank you.
She says she gets to come back as a boy. So But you never know how it could come through in today's world. Could come
Right.
through with female genitalia, and everybody could think it's a girl, and then you 6 years from now, she lets you know she's a boy. So, okay. So,
That's my other niece.
gender schmender. Okay. So just remember that she held that energy, gender schmender. It's not that important. Okay. Those are very sacred people. Gender benders are sacred people, and they are sacred. They usually hold sacred messages and sacred gifts and things like that. That is believed by every culture in the world except for Christianity. Every single culture, even the Muslims, believe that. Okay. Well, it's weird, but Christianity doesn't. And Christianity does in some places. In Mexico, they do. So if you happen to be on my friend list, you can go to my page on my site. If you look up Hollis Taylor, I just posted a video about it. A form of Christianity that used to honor transgender people. Oh, check that out. They must be sinners amongst us. Okay. All right. Thanks, Allison. Yeah, it's very interesting, actually. It's from Mexico. Fascinating. All right. Let's see who comes through next. Okay. Thanks for holding them off, Dad. My dad always does this really big favor during these big group things for me. He's a spirit. He's one of my spirit guides on the other side, and he has now gotten to the point where he's like, "Okay, you're doing this thing. I'm gonna hold back all the suicides and drug addictions and that kind of thing, and hold them back until you're ready for them." He does it every time now. The last 3 times he's done it. I'm just gonna honor my dad for that. Thanks, Dad. He was always good at holding boundaries. So I appreciate that. So I'm gonna be bringing in that kind of vibration now. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this person overdosed. You're not really sure if it was on purpose or not. In fact, you have an opinion, but anyway, Stephanie feels like a masculine person.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you think he did it? Are you not sure if he did it on purpose or not, or do
I
you have an
don't know.
opinion?
It was a new relationship, like my boyfriend, and I just knew him for a few weeks, and I come back from my sister's funeral and find out that he died. I don't even know how he died. It changed my whole life. This just happened this year in January, and I'm like, I feel guilt a lot, and
No, don't feel good. He was playing around with drugs. So first thing he wants you to know is that he was playing around with drugs. Second of all, the thing that you should know is that the two of you did have some sort of soul contract. He was supposed to come into your life and then pass, because it's supposed to bring you some sort of awakening. Are you finding yourself awakened?
Yep,
Like
yep. It
more,
changed my whole life. It changed since January. It changed
even though
my
you were
whole.
just with him for a couple of weeks or something.
Huh?
Even though you were only with him for a short period of time.
No. Yeah, because afterwards I realized, well, while I knew him, we did not even see each other much. But while I knew him, I realized that he reminds me like crazy of my middlest son. They are like
Oh.
twins. And then after Josue died, I realized I'm like my middlest son. So actually he's like I am. And then I put it all together. You know?
Oh, so that's why he keeps
After
saying
he
you're kind of
died,
like soulmate.
I knew, all I knew was the cemetery he was buried. I kid you not. I parked, I walked, and I was right at that grave. And this is how everything went from that time on.
I
It's
believe
like
it.
he nudged me, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, he was supposed to push you towards spirituality and towards an awakening, and you're supposed to grow as a result of his death. And then what's going to happen is you're going to continue to grow beyond that. Okay. So Stephanie, he's funny. Okay. So he's also saying that you guys are kind of soulmates. So you'll come back and do it again, but next time you'll have a little bit more time with each other. Next time it might be your turn to go first.
Can I ask you a crazy question?
Sure.
When I die, not if I die, when I die, will I meet him?
Yeah. He'll greet you because he's your soulmate.
Thank you so much.
He's your soulmate. That's what I'm telling you. You guys have many lifetimes in the future until your soul is one. Because when two people live together their whole life and then die together, that's when their soul becomes one. Okay? So you guys have a few lifetimes to do before that happens. Okay? So that's why he felt new to you. But he also felt new to you because your soul was just split like 2 lifetimes ago. Okay? But you guys are soulmate. It means you're from the same soul. That's what soulmate means. Think about that word. Soulmate. Not it means that the two of you were sort of from the same soul. That's why you felt like he was just like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very special. Very, very special. Now, in an unusual way, for those that experience perimenopause will understand this. The rest of you will just have to learn to understand this. I'm going to take 2 minutes and go to the bathroom because I had to drink a lot of water so that I didn't hot flush on camera the whole time. I'll be right back, okay? So,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome, Stephanie. Okay, much better. Thanks for waiting, Melissa. Appreciate you. Thanks for all of you for being patient. Stephanie, you know, your boyfriend is the one that said, just go take care of yourself. And he said, I used to do that to Stephanie all the time. Just go take care of yourself.
He's with me all the time.
He said, yeah, he is with you all the time.
I
But what
can
he
feel him
said,
all the time.
what he said to me was, just go take care of yourself. To me, okay? And he was like, I used to tell Stephanie that all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Melissa. So it's greater if you have if you're on camera. If not, hopefully you can at least unmute yourself. There you are. Look at you. You're beautiful. More beautiful than that picture.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Be proud of yourselves. You are beautiful just the way you are. All of us are. Melissa, tell me what matched for you? The overdose, right?
Yeah. Well, it's quite a few people with overdoses.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm sorry, let me run outside real quick so the background noise isn't so bad with the kids.
A little
I
bit,
lost
yeah.
quite a few. I lost quite a few.
Hold on. Hold on. Get wherever you're going and then tell me. I can't quite hear you. What are
you
you
there?
saying, Melissa? Yeah, now I'm here. I can hear you. And now I can also
Can you
focus
hear me
on
now?
you. Yep, I can hear you better now. Okay, so now tell me.
I can't hear you. Hold on. I don't know what happened.
Ooh,
Let me
probably
see.
lost your.
I'm trying. Damn phone.
Probably your Bluetooth. I wish I could tell you that. Bluetooth speaker.
Technical difficulties, of course.
Yeah, because Mercury is not quite out of retrograde
There we
yet.
go.
Are we
I
back
can hear
again
you
now,
now.
Melissa?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know
Okay.
what happened. Yeah, I've lost quite a few to overdoses. So it's fine.
Okay, so hold on. Let's see who we have then. Okay, and is a masculine person
I'm sorry, what was that?
a man, a masculine person?
Yes. I've lost
Gender
well, 3
schmender for me. Okay, gender schmender.
Yes.
So if I say it's a man, it doesn't have to be a person that
Well,
was born a man. Okay.
the last 3 I've lost have been men, so
Okay.
well 4 actually, so
They said that they were messing around with drugs. They were experimenting. One's experimenting. One was doing them regularly and took too much. One was sober and relapsed. You know
yeah.
who these are?
Yeah, my first husband was sober and he went back out and relapsed, and then I got the news that he passed. Heavily using, and we lost him. And then I did have another ex who dabbled here and there, and he died. And I never found out the cause of his
He was
death.
just like experimenting, like just messing around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like he got like fentanyl or something when he was screwing around. Like he got too big of a dose or more than he expected, or something was off. It wasn't what he expected. So he didn't do it on purpose.
Okay.
The guy that used to do it regularly all the time, he didn't care if he died.
I've always felt like it was like an intentional suicide mission with him.
Yeah, it's like
So,
passive suicide. Mm-hmm. It's like
yeah,
passive. It's like I'm just gonna take as many drugs as I can, and if it kills me, so what?
yeah, that would be Charlie. And he lost his brother, and he and his brother were very, very close. And after his brother was killed in a car accident, he just gave up on everything, and all he talked about was how he missed his brother and he didn't know what to do with him. And
Okay.
we used together until, and I was sober when he died. He saved my life numerous times. So
Congratulations on being sober. Please stay that way.
thanks. I got 6 years.
That's
in September,
exactly.
so.
That's exact. Congratulations. Well done, Melissa. Good job following your calling in life. Sobriety is so freaking important. And so what I'm about to say will make sense then, because all of them are saying that they're trying to help you stay sober as well as some young people around you. Do you have kids or something?
Yeah,
Teenagers?
my 14-year-old son. Yes.
They're watching over you and your son to make sure that you stay sober and that you keep your mental health in line, okay? Make sure you talk to your son about your addiction. Make sure your son knows fully well what you did and how it fucked you up and why not to do it.
I'm very open with it, and my son has actually experienced opiate withdrawals already. He got hit by a car, and the hospital had him on fentanyl when he was in there, so he knows a little bit about it already.
Okay, so hopefully he can get off that fentanyl.
Oh no, he's been off of it. They taxed him in the hospital and everything like that.
Good.
But
yeah, try CBD next time. Try cannabis.
That's what we do now, and that's what works. So
yeah, THC, you can get off of THC. You can just put it down and stop using it. But fucking that other shit, man. Ah!
Right, and well, he struggled with mental health issues, and his problem that even led up to the car accident was a vaping addiction. So
I'm sorry. Addiction's really hard.
I've always felt that the one that relapsed and the one who just didn't care anymore, Charlie, I always felt like they're the reason he pulled through this coma and he came back to us. So
Well, you were right. You needed that validation. There it is, eh? So,
Yeah.
so good for you, Melissa, for staying sober, showing your kid how to be sober, and supporting that, and working through the ins and outs of addiction. In case you didn't know, addiction always comes from trauma, and trauma is always passed down from child to from parent to child. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means that you were probably abused when you were a child, and you may have repeated some of those things to your
Yep.
son. So whatever they are, please do whatever you can to heal them. Please know that the medications, that the way that America approaches mental health is not correct. It is not based in science, it's based in capitalism. Please
Yes.
know that the best way is to do the way the Germans do, which is like yoga, EMDR, meditation, dance, drama. Okay, those things really heal trauma. For real. For real. For
They
real.
definitely do. And I was
Yeah.
curious if they were still around, and because there's times where I feel like I'll hear a certain song out of nowhere that's old, and it'll come on the radio, and it'll be one of the songs that one of them used to listen to or sing all the time, and I'm like, okay,
Yep.
that's a sign. Got to be a sign that they're here somewhere.
Good job listening to the signs. See, Melissa, you are on point. See, this is all supposed to be happening, and you are meant to be here and now. You are meant to have gone through what you went through, and you are meant to be sober in the here and now so you can lead, for example, for others. Okay? Well done, Melissa. I'm so proud of you, and Spirit is proud of you, and all of these souls on the other side that are no longer human, they're also proud of you. Okay, you have a lot of spirit guides around you. You have a lot of guides around you, but those are the ones that wanted to say something. Okay. All right. As
Thank
we
you
move
so much.
on, you're welcome, Melissa. As I move on, please, if you can put reviews in the group, I appreciate that. You can also do reviews on Google if you search Hollis Taylor, Divine Androgyne. You can also, there's so many different ways to review me. Okay. And I also have a website you can go learn about me or book me. You can even write a review right on my website. You can comment on the bottom. Okay. So, all right. I appreciate that. It's always nice to give back. Isn't that feel good?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. I'm gonna remove the pen. Fantastic. I'm gonna move on. Okay, Kayla. Kayla, I think I've done a reading for you. I don't really remember. I just remember your face. I often don't remember when I channel things. I don't know why you look familiar, Kayla, but you look familiar.
I did a
Did
chart
someone
reading
over
for
to?
me.
Oh, okay. Okay, I don't remember. Sorry.
It's okay.
When I'm channeling, I don't think I'm supposed to remember all this stuff anyway. Maybe, yeah, Tracy, no, your hand is not up. But we can put your hand up, Tracy, maybe. I don't know if I can put your hand up, Tracy. Try it again, Tracy. Hit more or hit raise hand. Okay, Kayla. So what matched for you?
What was that?
What was matching for you? What was matching?
Overdose.
Okay.
Overdose.
Was it a masculine spirit that overdosed?
Yeah.
So he's doing a little bit of dope. So that usually means that he didn't do it quite intentionally. Like he didn't say, "I'm gonna take these drugs and die." It was more like, "I'm gonna take these drugs because I want to escape from my feelings, and then therefore." Okay.
Yeah.
Not that that's a conscious thought for addicts, but it almost is. Um, he's apologizing to you. He kind of screwed things up. He screwed up some visions or thoughts, some dreams that you guys had together. Sorry, dreams that you guys had together, or ideas or vision. Other than he's sorry and he didn't do it on purpose, those are the two most important things, and that you should also take care of yourself. Have you been focusing on your own health? He's concerned about your health.
Yeah, I have been actually quit drinking like 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations. That's really hard. It's hard to stop when we have a problem and we're addicted, and sometimes even when we're not. Maybe we are and we don't know we are. Um, and so, well, keep taking care of yourself. I think he might be trying to encourage you. Like you're taking care of yourself, you know? Like put yourself first. Like do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself, you know? Eat, eat healthy and, you know, take care of yourself, okay? You're a human being. That's what he's saying. It's like you're living a human body. Please take care of your human body. Okay?
Okay.
You are a soul having a human experience. Try to remember that. That's what he wants me to tell you. You are a soul having a human experience. And it's true for all of us, really. But for some reason, he wants you to know that. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Kind of.
It's real deep.
I don't know, it's been almost a year and I had been okay, but I've been having a really hard time with it recently.
With the death, you mean? Would that be because you quit drinking?
Maybe. I don't think so though.
Usually drinking alcohol suppresses our emotions. It takes them away so we don't have to feel them. That's the whole point. That's why we're drinking. To relax. It's a stress. It's a
Yeah,
way of
maybe that's
dealing with stress. So when we quit drinking or quit smoking cigarettes or quit shopping or quit having sex with random people or whatever the fuck we did as a way to avoid our emotions start to move in. And 2 weeks is about right. It takes some time, a couple weeks maybe, and it really starts to settle in. Best thing for you to do, Kayla, is try to get good at being comfortable with your emotions. And I think that's why he's saying you are a soul having a human experience. So really what that means in the end is that understand that your emotions don't control you. They don't own you. They are just feelings. They are just thoughts. And the thoughts that come through your mind are just thoughts. You don't have to believe them. You don't have to react to them. And you don't have to engage with them. And that you are not your sadness. You are not your grief. You are not your anger. You are not those things. You are a soul feeling those things, having a human experience. And it is important for us
okay.
to remember that we are a soul having a human experience. It's a very deep spiritual message. It's very deep. So feel free to meditate on what that means. But I will, and you can Google it, and you'll probably get all kinds of stuff come up for it. Okay? But I think he can feel and sense your emotional discourse that you're having. And instead of getting lost in it, just know that it's part of the human experience and it will pass. I
Okay.
assure you, it will pass. Because you're just having a human experience. It will pass. Then something else will happen, something different, completely unrelated. And then you'll experience that. And eventually there will be joy and happiness. But you have to allow all the feelings in. You have to allow the whole range. Otherwise, if you cut off the sadness, you also cut off the happiness.
Okay.
So, like, that's kind of the trick to living. Not easy, Sounds like you're having a hard time living that, and it's definitely hard. I've had moments that I wanted to just skip out. Don't do that, okay? Just don't skip out on it, because you still have shit you have to do here on Earth. Don't give up. Just know. Don't take your feelings so seriously. So you can say, I feel the sadness and whatnot, and just let it come through. And if you feel it, if you just let yourself feeling it and stop pushing it away, it'll probably only last about 2 minutes. And then it will go away. Miraculous. The reason feelings stick around is because you're trying to push them away. Okay? Not easy. Not easy, my friends. Not easy. All right, Kayla. Good luck, okay? All right,
Yeah.
Corinne. You're welcome. Corinne, you're next. Let's see.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Corinne. Did you lose someone to overdose?
Sure did. To fentanyl. Yeah.
Feels like it was the wrong thing. Did he get the wrong thing?
Sure did.
That's what he keeps saying.
Yes.
Wrong thing.
Yeah.
Not what he wanted, in other words. It's not what he was trying
Nope.
to buy from the drug guy. So,
That's right.
he's showing me the foot of the bed. Have you seen him at the foot of your bed or something? Why is he showing me the foot of the bed? The bottom of a bed. You know what I mean? The foot of the bed.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
Did you find him in his bed?
no. Found him in his motorhome
Okay.
next to the bed.
What's up with it? Did he fall off the foot of the bed?
Fell out of a chair.
Okay. Pay attention to the foot of your bed when you wake up in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I keep feeling like he's there. Is this your son or something?
No, my
No,
fiance.
okay. So he keeps saying that he's with you, and he keeps showing me the foot of the bed, and that's why I'm like, did you wake up? And so when you wake up, look at the foot of the bed. Okay.
Okay.
I think he might be like standing over the bed. I'm pretty sure it's you in the bed. Okay.
Okay.
He's sighing and saying, not a great example. Did he have children? You have children? Do you have
He,
young people that looked up to him?
yes. Grandchildren, yeah. Yeah.
He's kind of saying that was stupid. So he's like, don't be afraid to say that what he did was stupid.
I always say that
Mhm.
because it was.
It was. And he's saying not a great example. But he is trying to watch over them. There's some that are at an age that are sensitive to that, like teenage, young adult.
They range from 3 to 15.
He's trying to watch them. He's trying to help them. He watches over the kids all the time.
That's good.
Did he have some sort of like indigenous tie or something? He's showing me a very, very ancient grandmother too. It's either connected to you or him. She's she feels indigenous to me, but she's definitely magical, very powerful, almost kind of a mystic type. Do you know who she is? Did you know his
No,
history, his
no,
family? Okay.
no.
There's some reason you'll need to know that in the future. Okay, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
I think it might have something to do with his kid's great grandmother or something. Okay, so
Okay.
like one of the kids. Somehow you'll find out about it. Okay, but
Okay.
she has a she's in she's a mystic. I I don't want to just call her indigenous. I would call her a mystic. You know what I mean by a mystic?
Not really, no.
I'm a mystic. A mystic is a psychic, witch. Not in a, just because I'm a witch doesn't mean I'm a bad person, right? Okay, so like,
No.
right? Okay, so you get it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a
Oh,
mystic.
okay. That it makes sense now. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
now you know who it is. Okay,
Yeah, I'm somewhere on his mom's side of the family,
okay,
somewhere
so he's talking
down the
about it.
line. Okay. They were into witchcraft.
So she's trying to protect them. She's a mystic.
Okay.
She's very powerful. She showed herself. She came right from behind him, like I am here. That's how I'm
Even
pretty
though
sure
they
it
were
was.
his stepchildren?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Like I said, blood schmud doesn't mean anything on the other side.
Okay.
If they were soul connected, they were connected.
Okay.
Okay? That's all that matters. And this woman, she like came down with like a candle in her hand and I think like cards or something. Like she's total mystic. But she has like almost what I thought was like an indigenous dress or something on, but I could be wrong about it. It's very colorful and it has magical powers within itself. Okay? So
Okay.
could just be an old fashioned wish. Frankly. Okay. So Corinne,
Interesting.
yeah. That's interesting for sure. Yeah, she's very loud. She was very loud. And that's what happens when mystics come through, man. They just come through in their own accord and no introduction needed, and they're very clear as day and loud. That's what I call them,
Okay.
loud. Yeah. Okay. All right, Corinne. So you need to remember about the mystic, I think, for the kids, so that you know
Okay,
that
I
they're
will.
protected by her. And so if one of them starts doing witchcraft or something, don't worry about it. Okay.
No, I won't.
It would be good. It would be good for them. They're probably being led by her. Feels like she's trying to influence them. It'll keep them off of drugs.
Well, they better not touch drugs.
Right, but I'm just saying, witchcraft is better than drugs. That's all. It
Well,
doesn't kill
most
you.
definitely. Yeah.
It sure is. It sure is. All right,
But he's
Corinne.
doing okay?
He's okay. He's perfectly with you all the time and your kids. I think that's
Perfect.
also why he's making a reference to that. Okay. So he
Okay.
just wants you. He just wants you to know that. Okay. He is with you though, and that's why he'll appear at the foot of your bed.
Now I'm gonna watch.
I know. And tomorrow you're gonna like message me or something. I'm gonna be like, oh,
I'll
I
be like,
told
I
you.
seen it.
I can't believe I seen it. It was so weird. Okay. So, and
Okay.
he'll probably appear as like a figure, not as like you won't be able to see like his eye color or his skin. You'll just see him as like almost like a shadow.
Okay.
So don't be afraid. Don't be
Oh, I
afraid.
won't be.
Okay. Good. Good.
Okay,
All right,
thank
Corinne.
you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Tracy, you're next. Did someone overdose? Man,
Yes. Yes.
seems like it did something with his heart. Did you know that? You may not know that. He's saying. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Do you know why he overdosed?
He took heroin laced with fentanyl, so it was considered an accidental overdose.
Okay. Well, that's enough to slow down your heart. Bring it to a screeching stop. Okay. So he's also saying that there was a part of him that didn't care about himself.
He said what?
He's saying there's a part of him that when he was alive that he didn't care about himself at the time. Like he also thought he was untouchable. Did he sometimes think he was invincible?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Most people seen it as that okay, so what he's saying is it's actually different. So most people seen it as he thought he was invincible, but really he was pretending to be that way because he was actually super insecure.
That
So
makes sense.
he actually sometimes had like chest pain, and there was a couple of times he thought he almost died. Um, that wasn't, of course, his first time doing heroin. But there were times that it felt like he was going to die. But because he was kind of insecure about his ability to survive or whatever, he was kind of a tough guy. So very insecure. But he's saying that he was really deep, but he didn't always let people in deep.
That's true.
He was actually super deep and insecure, deeply insecure as well. So there's like a lot of Piscean energy. He's showing me a lot of Piscean energy. Not that all Pisces are drunks or anything, but sometimes with Pisces, they have a deep emotional expression, and then as a result, they sometimes overindulge in drugs and alcohol. Okay, so because he's seen that deep as weak, actually. Ouch. Like by having feelings somehow it made him a weak man. So um okay. He's apologizing to you. He's deeply sorry. He's saying he knows you forgive him, but he's sorry anyway.
I do forgive him. He was in recovery for a long time, and this death was so unexpected because he was in a motorcycle accident, a serious one, 2.5 weeks before he died. And I guess when I went out with my son one day, he must have picked something up I didn't know about. And that night he did his thing, and the next morning I found him. So it was devastating because he was in recovery.
Yeah. And sometimes we think we can handle what we used, like they go in recovery for a while and they think they could handle what they used to do when they left, like this much, whatever, however they measure it. There is some sort of way of doing it, but yeah. So
I do forgive him though, Hollis. I do forgive him though, because I know it wasn't intentional.
no, it wasn't intentional, but also he's saying it was also kind of um he's also saying it was kind of stupid and weak to do it and not of the greatest example. So okay. But he's living out the trauma of his childhood and his life, and he's saying that father. So he's carrying generational trauma from father. Um and so it's probably several generations back, probably 3 or 4 generations back, father. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And he's just letting you know that that's what was meant to happen to some degree. He did have the potential to get he did have the potential, hold on. He did have the potential to like manifest in a better way. Um but he didn't. He didn't make that choice.
Mm.
So I just have to get a couple of spammers. I just have to block them real quick.
Okay.
I hate when they do this. Why did I do that? You know what I'm saying? So anyone that was watching that, there was a couple of spammers on my page. Please, they were commenting, saying that's a little reading for you. Please don't spend your money that way. Don't ever send your money on Cash App. I just told a girl today, please don't ever do that. Please don't listen to them. They are lying. They're spammers. They are taking advantage of you. If they tell you to inbox them, they're spammers. They're
Mm.
okay. Just saying that out loud. 'Cause there's a whole bunch of people like watching this, and then there's spammers like commenting, and you know me, I like to get them spammers the hell out of there. 'Cause I'm what they call a white hat, which essentially just means I believe in doing the right thing. So Monica, don't listen to those spammers. Don't give them any money. Okay?
Hollis, I have a question.
Go for it. Go, Tracy.
I just like to know, since you're connected with my husband right now, I felt in the beginning when he first passed away a lot of signs from him. I smelled him. I felt him. I seen a shadow, that type of thing. I haven't seen or felt that in a while. Could you maybe like see? Do you know if he's still sending me signs and I'm oblivious to it? I'm not sure.
So he's saying that thanks for letting me drink my magic tea. um the he's saying that he just sends them differently now. Do you have some animals?
I have a
His
cat and a dog.
his energy has shifted. So sometimes when their energy shifts on the other side, like after they process certain things or integrate certain lessons, see what I mean?
Sorry.
Maybe you need to attend to your dog.
I'm on the phone. Just a minute. Sorry, I had to let the dog out.
Okay. See what I mean? Do you see what I mean? The
Yeah,
dog. Your dog what?
my dog just acted up. Was that my husband?
Yeah. So he's saying he comes through the dog and the cat. And he comes through wild animals as well, including birds, large birds, in fact. He likes large birds. Have you seen like hawks or eagles or anything like that? Big birds? Even
Hawks
big
and
ravens.
we had 4 vultures outside.
Yep. Big birds. Those big black birds, right?
Yep.
Vultures? Yeah. So I'm not always good with my type names. So he wants you to recognize the other signs that are coming through too, because those signs were great while he was in his life review, but I guess he's done with that now.
Okay.
He's shifting out of that, which means that he'll be more of a spirit guide for a while, and then he'll be reborn. Sometimes people with suicide, overdose, and stuff will be reborn faster than other people. Sometimes. He's saying that he will be reborn soon enough. I don't think it's going to be all that long. Okay. Does he have a kid?
We have 3.
Are any of them old enough to have kids?
2 of them have kids. There's 2 each. On my both daughters have 2 kids.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be somebody's. I feel like it's going to be your grandkid or great game. I'm pretty sure he's going to come through sooner rather than later. So
Okay.
somebody might have another kid. Okay.
Is he with me?
All the time. That's why he's saying he comes through the dogs and the cats. It's easier, and the wild animals.
Okay.
So he is with you. It's just that his energy has shifted on the other side. Therefore, the way he communicates with you is shifted. Okay? So also be sure to take my advice to always say thank you so that he knows that you're receiving those messages, because he's technically not allowed to eavesdrop in your brain.
Okay.
He's not allowed to listen to your thoughts. It's considered eavesdropping. It's like yeah, you shouldn't. The spirits don't do it because it's an invasion of privacy. Okay? So when it's an invasion of privacy, the spirit doesn't want to do it because it's wrong for you. They shouldn't just eavesdrop in whatever you're saying, whatever you're thinking. It's not right. Think about it. Do you want your great grandma to know every thought you're thinking?
No.
Yeah, most of us don't. Okay. So yeah, we usually want things like that. People are like, oh yeah. So if you want the spirit to know that you acknowledge them, say it out loud. Say it out loud.
Okay.
Okay. Like I do it all the time. Like, hey, thanks, Dad. Thanks, Karen. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Magic tea made with love. All right. I'm gonna lower your hand
Okay.
and get this last person here, Laurie. I'm
Hi.
gonna add you as a pin here. Hi, Laurie. That's someone in your life overdosed. I knew I was gonna
Yes.
come to you.
Yeah, my husband. Yeah. We were
Okay.
originally told it was a heart attack, but then 3 months later, when we got the autopsy, it was accidental fentanyl overdose, and then it had listed a lot of different drugs besides that, and I just didn't know if he was, if it was an accident, like the report said, or
Yeah, it feels like it was an accident. I don't think he did anything on purpose.
okay, okay. And then is he still
He's
with?
also saying he got the wrong thing.
Okay,
That the guy that sold him the drugs was actually trying to make it stronger than it was, but he fucked it up.
okay,
So it's actually a karmic thing that he was repeating. It's odd for a spirit to say that. Okay.
okay,
So it's actually karmic. So your husband's passing was karmic. In other words, it was destined.
okay. Yeah, because I did find him, but it was too late, and yeah, I tried what we could, and then we called 911, and
It's
we have an
not your
11.
fault.
Oh, thank you. We have an 11-year-old daughter, and I was just wondering, he's still with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Always. They're always with you.
Okay.
Spirits are always with us all the time. And I can tell you all a little story about that in just a moment when I'm done with Lori here.
Yeah, just like the last lady, we had all these signs in the it's been 3 years in June, and we had a lot of signs in the beginning, and now I'm just searching for them, or where are the signs. We had a lot in the beginning, the first year, and now it's kind of died down. I meditate every day. I try to talk to him. I try to connect with him, and yeah, I just wanted to make sure he's still here with us. Yeah.
He says he has conversations with you in your head, but you dismiss it as your own thoughts. He said he's a smartass. He's like,
Oh,
don't
yes.
take credit for what I said.
Yeah, I guess I do. I do talk to him, and I think that's me answering my own questions. Yeah.
Okay. So now you know. Stop doing that. Knock it off. Stop gaslighting yourself. Okay?
Okay.
He's with you. He's talking to you in your head. And when you you think you're making it up, but you're not. It's called claircognizance. Everyone has it. You're supposed to have it so that you can speak to your spirit guides. But
Okay.
oftentimes humans will take credit for it.
Okay.
He's funny. He's funny. He's like, tell her, because she's taking credit for that shit. He's like kind of kidding with you.
Okay.
Okay. So
Thank you.
I think he's absolutely with you. Okay. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I just want to say, you know how I know? Like, I used to always think that spirits were with us. First, I used to think spirits came to us right at random. Then I learned in early training in mediumship that they come to you when you say their name. And then I learned that spirits um also come to you in a different way. And I just wasn't ever really sure what was the truth. And then I used to believe, and then my spirit guides kept saying, they're always with you. They're always with you. They're always with you. And I'm like, they're always with me. Okay. And I mostly believed that. And then I had open heart surgery. And I was put under, like I was put on a machine to stay alive while they fixed my heart. I know, it's completely crazy and weird, completely strange and really intense. While I was out, I was on the other side. And spirits pushed me back when it was time. They told me it wasn't your time anyway. And so they pushed me back. And when I came back, I was still partially connected to the other side because it's not like an on off switch, it's more like a dimmer. Okay. And and when I came back, I started to wake up. Everybody around me had this shadowy spirit behind them. Even like the person changing my trash bag, the doctor, the nurses, the whole ICU, everything. My spouse, I seen my dad, and he was just hanging out at the window. He's like, "You're gonna be just fine," you know. Uh, yeah, it was kind of scary. It was kind of weird. And it took me a little bit, it took me about 24, 48 hours to really figure out why I was seeing that. And I was seeing it around everybody. I mean, it just didn't matter who it was. I was seeing this image around people. And otherwise, everything else was normal. It's not like I was hallucinating, right? And eventually, I even seen my little dog. My little dog, my little spirit dog, was down on the floor beside me beside my hospital bed, watching my door. He was a guard dog when he was here. He's like one of those little white dogs, little white long hair. He's a Lhasa Apso, and he's like watching the door, like I got this, okay, And he was spiritually, he was watching that door to make sure that everyone came through there was compassionate and kind to me. And he actually, I think, might have been him that helped me keep that space a couple. I got to stay in the ICU way longer than I was supposed to, which meant I got way better care than I was supposed to for several days. Okay. And then because they didn't have any room anywhere else. Isn't that funny? Okay, see how that happened? And so anyway, so when I checked in with my guide, um, um, when I checked in, they were like, so now when you go back to that medium group, make sure you will tell them all about your vision and that you have full on sight confirmation that everyone has spirits around them. Everyone. All the time. Even when you're working, even when you're taking out the trash. Okay? And I know that that might seem strange or whatever, but they're supposed to be with you all the time because they're guiding you. Okay? They're guiding you. This is what they're supposed to do. They're trying to help you. They're trying to make sure that you're walking the path. And sometimes that means just taking out the trash. Sometimes that means praying. Sometimes that means relaxing and watching TV like Andrea is. Oh, so I should crack myself up. There's some person named Andrea Heckman who I'm currently looking at her TV for some reason. Um, Now you're all looking at her too, aren't you? Weird, isn't it? Yeah, strange. Yeah. So sometimes I think it's odd that people are like afraid to be on camera or something. I'm like, do you not let people see you? Like ever? Um, so, anyway, I do readings. I do readings. You can get them at my website. I do all sorts of coaching. I do astrology. I do this really cool thing called an astrology death reading, which I talked about in the beginning. But it's my favorite reading, so I'm going to talk about it again. I made it up. Okay? Andrea's laughing. Andrea. Yeah, but Andrea, I would be better off seeing your face. You're probably more likely to get a reading if you show your face than showing your TV. But at this point, I'm done, so it doesn't matter. So, I do an astrology death reading, which is a death chart. So if you didn't know, your natal chart tells us why you're here. It's your map to life. Okay. So when a person dies, guess what? I know a lot about their death too. I know what they were thinking, what they were feeling at their time of birth. At their time of death. And I know I can tell you what was going on for them. Sometimes I can tell you like if it was an accident or not, or if it was destined, what your relationship with them was, and um, things like that. Okay. So it's actually quite a powerful reading, and it gives you a really good big picture of things. I'm the only person on planet Earth that does it. I mean, there's a such thing as death astrology. It exists. I'm just not sure people always use it for this way. But I'm using it in combination of speaking to your loved one, and they usually point things out on the chart for me to pay attention to. Okay, so that's what it is. It's called an astrology death reading. You can find it at my website. Melissa, it will tell you how, but it won't tell you when. Melissa asked, does death astrology tell you how and when you will pass? It will tell you how, but it probably won't tell you when. That's hard to predict because death is actually just a big transformation. Like in the big scheme of things, death is just a transformation. You'll be back, just like birth. Okay? And so it won't tell you when. You could go through a big transformation and not die. Right? Okay. So it's just a type of transformation. That's all. You could also get married. That's a big transformation too. Right? I can't find it. Oh, Allison, you mean the video about the Mexican Christian Mexican thing?
Yes, I want to read it and I want to share it with my best friend.
Oh, okay. It's on my personal Facebook page.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
You can just look for Hollis Taylor. You can just Google Hollis Taylor. You'll probably find me. Or you can
okay.
like click my name in the group or something. I
Yeah.
think it's a public post. I think I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I posted it publicly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go look. See.
Thanks.
It's actually a really fascinating video. I just watched it and I was like, whoa. Yeah. Here. I'll even put it in the chat.
Awesome.
It's about transgender people in Mexico. There you go. It's a great little video.
And we have
It's
one
great.
more thing left, and it's with the Selena, the girl, lady that you talked to. It's just a meditation, but I think it's only 30 minutes, and I'm
Okay, Lori, I muted you because I think you're talking to somebody else. Melissa said this is her sister Victoria. You were spot on with her, and I would like to see if anyone chimes in for me. That's not how it works, Melissa. Oh, sorry. That's not how it works, Victoria. Spirit dictates what spirits I do, and I'm done at this point anyway. What happens is I bring through messages, you tell me if it matches, and then if it does, I focus in on you. That's how it works. Okay. Maybe you can catch me next time. I think I'm doing another one with 2 other mediums on Sunday. Okay. On Sunday. I think we're going to be focusing on mom energy, but I'm not sure how. I guess I need to talk to them about that. Anyway, Tracy. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Tracy. Book a reading with Hollis. I agree, Tracy. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it if you book a reading with me. I also appreciate it if you write a review. You can write a review in a variety of different ways. You can write a review on my website. You can write a review in the group. You can write a review on my page. You can write a review in Google. If you search my name and put medium next to it, it'll come up, Divine Androgyne. That's me. And you can write a review there. And okay, you can write a review on just about any place. You can find me all over the place. Okay, and I appreciate you. Thanks so much for coming today. I appreciate all of you. And I'm so glad you were here, and I hope we get to do this again. There's another one on Sunday that I'm doing with other mediums. That, in case you didn't know, when we team up with someone else that's energetically, and we're all doing the same energetic thing, it amplifies the energy. So it should be a really fun thing on Sunday night. Okay. All right, friends. Good night. Enjoy your rest of your night. May you be blessed, and may you always know that your loved ones walk with you all the time. Yes, really, even when you go to the bathroom. Bye-bye.